Greetings, travelers, and welcome to Geronimo Draws. In this video, I would like to discuss St. George by Donatello. Commissioned around 1415 by the Guild of Armorers and Swordsmiths for the Church of Orsan Michele in Florence, meant to showcase civic and Christian virtue. And Donatello delivered just that, an image of a young warrior, not in triumphant action, but in psychological preparation. St. George is one of the most revered warrior saints in the Catholic tradition, and he is best known for a legend that has echoed through centuries, the slaying of a fearsome dragon to rescue a princess. This is where that enduring myth, the knight, the dragon, and the maiden, was forged into cultural memory. Historically, George is believed to have been a Roman soldier during the reign of Emperor Diocletian, sometime in the late 3rd to early 4th century. This was a time of widespread Christian persecution throughout the Roman Empire. According to early Christian accounts, George was not only a decorated soldier, but also a devout believer, one who would carve the symbol of the cross into his shield before riding into battle. It's said that his courage and example inspired other soldiers to do the same. But when word reached his superiors, George was summoned and ordered to renounce his faith. He refused. As punishment, he was subjected to brutal torture and ultimately executed. His martyrdom sparked reverence across Christendom, and over the centuries, miraculous legends began to grow in his name. The most famous of these emerged in the medieval period, a tale in which George hears the screams of a princess held captive by a dragon. Without hesitation, he charges into battle, slays the beast, and saves the maiden. Often interpreted as the triumph of good over evil or Christianity over paganism, the story helped solidify George's place as the archetypal Christian knight. Donatello's sculpture doesn't depict the moment of the dragon's defeat. Instead, it captures the tense moment just before. St. George stands upright, clad in armor, shield at the ready. What makes his sculpture revolutionary isn't the armor, it's his face. This isn't the serene detachment of classical heroes. George's brow is slightly furrowed, his eyes wide with focus. He is not yet fighting the dragon, but he is moments away. He likely sees the beast in the distance and hears the cries of the princess. We see that his shield is dented and weathered, proof that this is a seasoned warrior. And yet, what he sees now unnerves him. This moment is not about physical strength, it's about the resolve to act in the face of dread. Donatello's St. George is one of the first sculptures since antiquity to merge classical form with a striking sense of psychological presence. Therefore, George is a person. You can feel his nervous anticipation. This representation of bringing the psychological to the surface became a hallmark of the Renaissance. Below the statue, Donatello also carved a shallow marble relief showing George slaying the dragon and rescuing the princess. It's a dynamic, almost cinematic piece, but the drama is grounded in the poised restraint of the main figure above. Donatello's St. George reminds us that courage is not the absence of fear, but, as Bruce Lee once said, the ability to act in the presence of fear. That tension between fear and action, between thought and deed, is what gives this statue its enduring power. Thank you for watching.